How can I import an externally created newsletter into LISTSERV Maestro? In the previous tutorials, we explored how to use, customize, and create newsletter and announcement templates in LISTSERV Maestro. Now, let's take a look at how you can import an externally created newsletter and make it into a template so that you can use it in LISTSERV Maestro. To get started, use the main menu and go to Content Templates. Here, you will see all of the built-in newsletter and announcement templates, as well as the 2 custom templates that we created. To import an externally created newsletter, go to Empty Template under New Content Template. Note that the Import Template option does not apply here because it's used to import templates that have been created in LISTSERV Maestro, perhaps by a different user who belongs to a different user group. Now, open your external newsletter in a text editor of your choice and copy and paste the HTML source code into the window. Click the Design button to view the newsletter. Now, in order to turn the newsletter into a template, you need to look at the code and decide which parts should be editable by the end users. In other words, the content creators who are responsible for entering the content and sending individual newsletters. This is what makes templates beneficial because they separate the design from the content. Creating an entire newsletter in an HTML editor can be error-prone because it allows the content creators who may or may not have strong HTML skills to not only enter the content, but also to modify the layout and design, sometimes by mistake. In contrast, using a template locks the layout and design in place and only allows the content creators to modify specifically designated parts. To make parts of the newsletter editable, we'll add special Maestro tags into the HTML code around the areas that can be edited. For example, for the pre-header part, we'll add template editable block, clonable false, condition editable false, deletable false, and the closing tag around the code. This tells LISTSERV Maestro that the content is editable, but the content block cannot be cloned or deleted because we want each newsletter to have exactly one pre-header section. The condition editable part tells LISTSERV Maestro that the end users can include conditions that determine whether the content block is included or not for every individual recipient. We'll ignore this for now because we'll cover conditional content in a later tutorial. We'll also replace the content itself with easy-to-understand placeholders so that the content creators know what they need to work on. Finally, we'll replace the View in Browser URL with a special system drop-in, which will automatically be replaced with a custom URL for each recipient upon delivery. We'll leave the header part of the newsletter as is because we want this part to be fixed so that it cannot be modified. Now, let's make another section editable, this time the main content. We'll insert template editable block, clonable true, condition editable false, deletable true, and the closing tag around the code. This not only makes that section of the newsletter editable, but we're also allowing the content creators to clone it in case there's a need to have more than one of this type of a content block in the newsletter. We're also making it deletable in case this content block needs to be omitted altogether. Again, will replace the content with easy-to-understand placeholders for the content creators. We'll now proceed through the rest of the newsletter with the same kind of tags. For the footer details, we'll again replace the content with special system drop-ins for the unsubscribe URL, the address and phone number, as well as the social media sharing icons. When you're finished, click the Save button, rename the template, and enable it. Now, when you go to the content definition screen, you'll find the imported template under User-Defined Templates. You'll notice that the pre-header is editable, but not clonable or deletable. The header is completely fixed. The main content blocks are not just editable, but also clonable and deletable. You can be as granular as you'd like with the editable block tags. In other words, you don't necessarily need to place them around an entire content block. You can also place them around just the headline, text, or the CTA button to further restrict what can be edited by the content creators and what can't. This gives you, as the template designer, maximum flexibility for all types of scenarios. Thank you for watching.